Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Setzer. This is John from Lakeshore V Center on your new Arctic Wolf fifth wheel camper. We're gonna walk you around today and show you some of the basics on this new fifth wheel camper. So one of the first things we wanna do is when we get to the campground or we're hooked up to the truck, we wanna take and push these two little arrow keys. These keys are gonna activate this keypad. Notice how that green light turns on? That's gonna allow us to power up or power down the camper or auto level once we're there. This switch here controls the docking lights. And then we step into here and we're gonna notice we've got a deep cycle interstate battery. This battery switch is really important to make sure this is turned to the green position. That activates our 12-volt power for this camper. Without that switch in the on position, we're not gonna have things like our furnace, we're not gonna have things like our 12-volt lighting. We've got what they call a split tank system here located on either side. Righty-tighty shuts off the tank, lefty-loosey opens up the tanks. Wonderful pass-through storage with motion activated lights right in here. Exterior scare light here. This is our docking station right here. This is our black water flush. It flushes out our black water tank. This is where we fill our fresh water tank, our cable connection, our city water connection. Underneath here, we've got our sewage discharge valve. We pull those gate valves. Those gate valves are designed to allow, the 3-inch one is designed for the waste, the 1.5 is a grade. That allows our waste and everything to empty and discharge from our tanks. Synchronized cable system here on our slides. You guys, something else we want to remember is after the first 250 miles, we want to check those lug nuts to make sure that those are properly secured. We hook up our 25-foot 50-amp power cord right back here. It is 25 foot long. We do give you the electrical adapters that convert from 50 to 30 amp. So if you're ever in a situation where you don't have a 50 amp plug, you can reduce the power down. Exterior bike rack located on this one. All we have to do, simply pull these pins, swing this down, reinsert the pin, and that'll lock our bike rack in place. Notice up here, we've got a backup camera. There's a QR code on that which we can download and it'll work off your phone. We've got an ice maker located over here, an exterior refrigerator. For our lights, all we have to simply do is depress the button in the center to turn those on and off, or if we have switches on the wall for a wonderful backlighting that we have here. Hot and cold running water there. We do have an LP Quick Connect, which is located right below us right there. Wonderful steps here. These are a simple hinge step. They operate very, very smoothly. They swing up in place, will lock in place for us. We want to put those down, simply pull out the handle. That will allow these to swing down in place for us. Both these operate the same way. Hot water heater, really nothing we have to do from the outside except put the plug back on when we want to go to use it. Check, make sure that there's actually water in the system. I'm going to show you the operation of that from the inside of the camper. These steps operate the same way the back ones do. This is that 25-foot 50 amp power cord I mentioned to you earlier, motion sensor light. Here's the electrical adapter that converts from 50 to 30 amp and then from 30 to 15 amp for this one. Remember, we got 2 tanks on either side. Now you can choose to pull from both tanks or one tank. You'll notice here that this is our selector valve. When that green is indicated on this, that lets us know that there's propane in the line. This rotates in whichever direction this arrow is in is the line it's going to draw off of. So if you want to draw off of the other tank, point it in the direction of that line. You want to draw off this tank, point it in the direction of this tank. Let's walk you inside the camper and show you the basic operation of how everything works. You guys, right when we walk inside the camper, one of the first things we're going to notice is we have a motion activated monitoring system. This tells us the levels of the tanks. It allows us to turn on the interior lighting. When we want to turn those on, we simply push those buttons. The lights will turn blue. That indicates to us that the lights are on. Want to turn our water pump on, go back to the same panel here. Want to turn our gas operation on for hot water here. We simply push that. That'll turn our gas operation on. Slide our slide outs in and out, our awning in and out. This is the 110 side to our hot water here. To activate our thermostat, again, we toggle through this bottom button. All we're gonna do is toggle through this. There's our fan, our high, our cool setting. Then we control the temperature with the up and down arrow keys. You're gonna hear it kick on here in a second. There it goes, kicked on, and then that controls our temperature settings. This is for our solar panel that's located on the roof. We want to kick the furnace in this. All we're going to do is scroll through here again to our furnace mode, our heat mode, and it functions the same way our air conditioner does. To shut it off, push it again, that'll shut off everything. Now, one of the great things I love about the Arctic Wolf is this in-command center that they have located right here. We have a lot of the same functions here. Things like your awning lights, your exterior lights. You can scroll through this menu. Really, really simple to operate. It does operate your slides from here. You can download this QR code and that will operate off your phone system as well. Once again, wonderful digital menu. Very, very simple to operate. All you do is push the slide over arrow keys. Notice the big plus or minus. So if you want to put the slide in or out. Once again, very simple operation. Let's walk you through a couple other things inside here. We've got USB hookups throughout the camper. We've got a stereo basic operation there. When we want to activate the fireplace, all we have to simply do is push the power button here. This will allow us to control the amount of light for our fireplace, our temperature settings, and that shuts it off for us. We notice our furnace is on. That's what we're hearing right now. The furnace just kicked off. So ceiling fan above there is controlled from that central docking station as well. When we want to get in this panel, all we have to simply do is push on this panel. It will release the front door. That swings around. The fuses are our 12 volt and the breakers are our 110. Most things are labeled and indicated as marked. So if all of a sudden your air conditioner isn't working, check your air conditioner breaker, which is 110. Our kitchen keys are in the kitchen. Our keys are located around our kitchen faucet, just so you know. Microwave, real straightforward operation there. If you've had one at home, it works just the way your one does at your home. Your stove, love this stove. So it's real simple. All we're gonna do is push it in. We'll hold that button in, then we'll rotate this. Look at the stove fire up. That's simple. Our refrigerator is controlled from these inside controls on the back side of the refrigerator, so you can adjust the temperature. It's nice and chilly cold. This refrigerator's been on for a couple minutes and does a great job. So real straightforward operation there, you guys. This side catch simply locks it in place. When you go to operate your foot flush in your toilet, all you have to simply do is push down on this foot flush right here. It will shoot a jet of water around as long as your pump's on, and you're good to go. Overhead lights here again. Controls are in the center if there's no switch located on the wall. We're in the area where the kids love, and that's their bunkhouse. First thing we do when we walk in here, we turn on these lights for the light switches. That gives us our overhead lights. These bunks are designed to be folded up in the wall. We can latch those if we want. It's totally up to you. This couch will fold out and make into a bed. Very simple operation, as you can tell. We got a place for a TV here. We got forced air heat, central air conditioning back here. All the creature comforts of home. Look at the big windows. Allows a tremendous amount of light in. Let's walk you up front to the master suite and see what the parents have. This is our wonderful master suite up here. Queen size bed up here. Those lights are activated by pushing them to the center. Overhead lights, switches on the wall. And again, an additional thermostats up here to control for this air conditioner, so you can actually zone control your air conditioners. If you want it colder up here, you want it warmer down there, you can operate both from its individual thermostat. Again, you guys, thank you for purchasing from Lakeshore RV Center. This is John. I hope you have a wonderful time in your new RV.